Please feel free to refer back to this video as you proceed with the rest of the lectures. We realize that some of the topics we mention here might seem a bit too technical for this stage of the course, but at the same time, we believe now is the right moment to share this information with you. So, please do not skip this lecture. Let's look at using financial data from a technical perspective. First, the data you'll be using for financial or any other type of analysis comes from one of two sources: a web server or your computer. In practice, to access data stored on a web server, you'll need to connect to its API, Application Programming Interface. In our case, we will need financial data APIs. We can call them online financial data sources as well. Examples are the IEX, Morningstar, AlphaVantage, and the Quandl APIs, amongst many others. As a quick note, we must mention that a characteristic of these servers is that they provide up-to-date data. That's why you'll need an internet connection to access these APIs. And furthermore, from the point of view of Python, the Pandas data reader is an example of a module that will help you retrieve data from the financial data sources and prepare them for analysis. Apart from extracting online data, you may use information stored as certain types of files on your computer. A file format that every programmer or analyst must know how to work with is the comma-separated value format, frequently abbreviated CSV. Logically, you won't need an internet connection to use data stored in CSV. However, it will typically not contain up-to-date information. It is important to know that neither of the two approaches are straightforward. However, in the next few videos, we will clarify how each of them works and introduce you to the relevant programming tools. This will be a valuable addition to your skill set. As experts often say, it is usually much harder to clean and organize your data well than to conduct the subsequent business or financial analysis. At first glance, it seems from this lecture that you should lean toward APIs, doesn't it? They provide the newest data, and all you need is an internet connection. So, why bother using CSV files at all? Here's why. First, web services are prone to breaking down for unknown periods of time. Second, it is possible that a certain API may contain only part of the data you need for a proper financial analysis. Currently, some APIs offer just single or multiple stock data, while others may provide foreign stock data or market indices data. Note that an analyst may often need to work with all of these. Furthermore, you can only connect to some APIs if you use Python 3. And not when using Python 2. Meanwhile, others are okay if you are using either of the two versions. Actually, there is a free API, the Yahoo Finance API, which provides all of the above-mentioned types of data, and it does that for any version of Python. Being perfect for the objectives, it is the API on which we have based our entire course. That's why, as you proceed, you will see we have used Yahoo as a data source in our code. However, online data from Yahoo may not always be available. Once, on a very gloomy day, Yahoo's web services were interrupted. So people who do financial analysis had to look for a substitute. The Google Finance API was around, and it could substitute the functionality provided by Yahoo to a great extent. However, its services were discontinued too. Why internet behemoths like Google and Yahoo may discontinue such services is beyond us. But hey, it is what it is, and we have to adapt. So, focusing on our course rather than the constant appearance of new APIs, the statement we want to make here is the following. To be sure that the entire financial part of the course flows smoothly from A to Z, use the CSV files attached to the videos. Although the information contained there is not up to date, it will be most appropriate as it is the richest and easiest to handle data we can provide. It will allow you to focus on coding, financial theory, and the relation between the two. As we already mentioned, these are the most important skills you acquire in this course anyway.
And if you wonder how the CSV files were created, we must say they are based on data retrieved from the Yahoo Finance API at a moment in which it was functioning. However, if this sounds complicated, just remember the CSV files can be found in the resources section of each financial lecture. They are the ones that fit the course goals best. Now, if you insist on working with up-to-date financial data that is free and the Yahoo API is not available, we suggest you use the Morningstar or the AlphaVantage API, regardless if you are using Python 2 or Python 3. Only use IEX if you are on Python 3.
However, please remember, we cannot guarantee you will always have access to such services. They can be interrupted, which means downloading data from them may become temporarily or permanently impossible. We will post messages in the announcement section of the course if there are major changes in the status quo that must be shared with you. Nevertheless, if you are not able to pull the exact information needed for a specific financial lecture, be prepared to have to change the API or to swiftly switch to CSV files. We know this is a long and slightly confusing lecture, but we had no choice. We had to prepare a video introducing you to the options we have when using financial data in Python. In the next video, we will show you how we distributed the relevant notebook files in the course, and we'll show you how to access them. See you there!